Hey guys, Eyeduka is back. For today we got some crafting to do. So I've collected 50,000 rune fragments for I'd say more than 1 month, so that's quite a lot of time. And it seems like a lot. Just as a reference, I'm gonna show you, here's what I got, just to get the idea of the levels. So we're gonna see how much we're gonna level up some of the runes. Mostly they're below level 50. I rarely have something that's at level 50 or more. And I've cleared up the inventory as much as I can, so we can just fill it up right now. You have two options when it comes to crafting runes. You can choose either the expensive one or the cheap one. So the expensive one is right here on pretty much the armor and the accessory NPC. You can check here. This is going to cost any of these gems. It's going to be either Emerald or Stalon. What you can see here, it doesn't really cost that much. It's just a little bit. And also the rune fragment is 120 per box. But the big problem is the Solon cost. So right now, if I want to do all of these, which is it's saying 337 with the 50,000, I have a little bit more. We're going to use 50,000. Just click on that and you see we actually can't even use all that because we just don't have enough Solon. And that's a very bad idea. It's not really worth it that much. It's exceptionally expensive if you think about it. The other option is way better in my opinion. And I'll just go here. That's the weapon crafter. He uses a slightly different recipe. Instead of the gems, he's using the red polished crystal. And now the rune fragments, the cost is a bit more than double the cost of rune fragments. However, the Solon cost is about, I'd say almost 9 times less. It's only about 30,000. So if we just click on all that, using all the rune fragments, which is actually a bit more than 50,000 anyway, we're going to make 206 boxes. So obviously that's about, I'd say half of what we can possibly make. However, it's only going to cost just above 6 million Solon, which in my opinion, it's way more beneficial because, in the end of the day, you get runes from many different sources, so it's not a big deal. But you're going to save the majority of your Solon this way. You got to be careful when you're picking up any of the 3 types because they're not just random. You can pick a specific type. And I'm just going to go pretty much equal on all of these. You got support, defense, and attack. Also, you can look at them. They give you also greens, quite a lot of greens and blues, so it's really not super worth it to go crazy about while you would be wasting a lot of your Solon. So I'm just going to go with this cheaper option. So let's just make about 70 support ones. Let's just say something like that. You can see that's 70 support rune chests for about just above 2 million. And this is going to cost us about 17,500 rune fragments in total. And just 70 polished crystal. Now, I know we need to stack a lot of these for tier 2, but that's really just a very small number if you think about it. So let's just craft these. Then we're going to go for the defensive runes as well. I would make 60 this time because we cannot actually make 70 of each anyway. We have a little bit less anyway. That's fine. That's below 2 million, so that's good. And then we're going to make the attack runes, which, we're just going to use all the rest of what we have. 76 in total. That's going to use another 19,000 rune fragments and just another 76 polished crystal and just above 2 million Solon. So that's, again, pretty cheap. And now let's check what we have. You see, yeah, there it is. So we got all these and that is just above 200 in total, which we should have enough space, generally speaking. Yep. Pretty much just go straight for it and just open them up all at once. See, so we got 2. Actually, that's not too bad. We only have 2 greens and 4 blues. Let's just go straight for like 60 of these. Oh man, let's just open like 30 just to see how it goes. And now here's the deal. I mean, for 30, we got only 8 blues and 22 greens. That's actually pretty bad. You have to think about it. Although this one is level 56, that's pretty good. We're getting close to 60, but still, most of them are below 50 anyway. And all the greens will be maxed out at this point, so that's a bit of a bummer. Let's open another 30 of the defense runes. So this time we got 11 blues, and that means 19 greens, which is actually slightly better. Again, mostly below 50. But, it is what it is. We're still grinding that shit. Let's go for the support ones. Let's just open like 35 this time. Now with 35, we got 9 blue runes and the rest is like 26 greens. So that's actually pretty bad as well. But most of the time we get to about 1/3 of the runes are blue and 2/3 of them are green. And they're obviously a bit lower level, as you can see. They are not even close to 50 at this point. Let's go for another 35. Okay, so what do we got now? But that's a bit better actually. That's 5. So we got about 11 blues. Most of them also in range of level 40-ish something. I don't know if you just open them one by one, if it might be better, but you know, that's gonna be a lot of hassle anyway. Like, who would do that if you have like hundreds of these anyway? So that's it for these. Let's go for 35 on the attack runes. Okay, they're slightly better because I just generally have slightly higher levels there. They're getting close to 50, but still below 50 anyway. For them, we've got, that is 12 blue runes. Actually, that's the best one we got from 35, the highest amount. That's pretty good. Another 35. Okay, so what do we got now? That's 5, 6. We got another 10 blue runes, also pretty much below 50 anyway. Like, it's pretty difficult to get them to 60. It's a lot of grinding. So you can assume at this point, this took quite a lot of time if you think about it. From all kinds of events, from all the news sources. Like, the only thing I'm not really doing is dimensional trials, because it's you need a pre-made team to actually be efficient, and otherwise it's quite annoying, to be honest. So we used about 50,000 rune fragments, actually slightly more. And what we can do right now, because a lot of, like 2/3 of these are just greens anyway, you just click here and also just select all the greens. We don't have any common, obviously. That would be a big scam anyway. You see a lot of the greens, most of them actually, it's quite a lot. We're gonna get back about 3,000 rune fragments, which is really not that much. It's like, let's say 1/50th, so it's not even 10%. It's like 6-7% back from all the bad ones. Of course, we could destroy some of the blue ones because we probably don't need them as well. But I'm gonna look at this later, obviously, because that's gonna be a lot of hassle just to actually look through all of them and think about which one you want, which one you don't want. There might be some good ones, obviously, but generally speaking, that's what we got. Just so you know, otherwise, we would have wasted all of our solons. As you can see, we only spent like less than 7 million, I think. It's like 6.5 million solons. And we would have made just around 2 times more boxes with runes, but wasted over 100 million solons, which is a bit crazy. I don't know why they made it like this. I mean, it should have been like pretty much one-to-one conversion. Like, if you increase the cost of rune fragments to double the price, you would have lowered the solons twice, right? Like, so 1-to-1. But in this case, you increase the rune fragment cost to double, but the solons is reduced about 9 times. So in my opinion, obviously, if you just ramp up this cost, it's going to be a bit lame. They could have just lowered down the cost of this crafting NPC to about, let's say, 60,000 solons per box instead of almost 300,000, which, you know, it's kind of a fair thing, right? If you want more boxes, you spend double the amount of solons for double the boxes instead of 10 times the amount of solons for double the boxes. So that's a big scam. Don't fucking do it. Don't ever craft rune boxes from these NPCs. I mean, just look at this, 27 boxes now. If I click on them, I would spend more fucking solons to just make 27 of these boxes, regardless of which one you want to do anyway. It's fucking crazy, man. For 27 boxes, 7.8 million solons. I spent less for over 200 boxes using just the crystals and this NPC, which, you know, obviously it's double the amount of fragments, but, you know, it's way better deal, just to let you know. And this is what we got this time. So, you know, I thought it might be interesting if we can get some cool stuff, just going a bit higher. But yeah, a lot of greens, by the way, just keep that in mind. So, you know, you can have the option, right? Instead of doing this, what I just did, which, you know, for 50,000, it's going to take like more than 1 month, I'd say. You can actually use this one, but, you know, either way, it's always a bit of a tricky business. Like, here, you can just pop a bunch of these, right? Obviously, don't do that because I just pretty much taking the random stuff and try that. You also have chance for Chaos Rune, but it's pretty low if you think about it. Like, going to tier 4 is going to cost quite a lot of points. You're going to burn a lot of these fragments, and you get some guaranteed blue runes, and you have a very small chance, 0.12% chance to get a Chaos Rune. At the end of the day, Chaos Runes are okay, but they're not like game breaking in my opinion. And if you think about conversion based on what you would feed to the conversion to the material transportation, you're going to spend quite a lot more runes to get a single rune back compared to crafting. Of course, this is a bit cheaper as well, but still, I'll pretty much stick to crafting most of the time. This material conversion for me is pretty much just a sink for your materials, just to slow you down. So yeah, That's gonna be for this video, guys. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the content I'm making, make sure to like and subscribe and hit the notification button for more content, and stick around. See you next time.